Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So welcome to English class with me again, Miss Sophie Hindrani Urba. So today we are going to learn still about recount text, but it is about the biography of someone or your idol. So the last material was about the recount text, but it was historical recount text. So now we are going to learn about biographical recount text. Jadi hari ini kita akan belajar tentang recount text mengenai biografi seseorang. Oke, Ibu harap keadaan kalian semua baik-baik saja dan tetap semangat belajar. So this is the picture of B.J. Habibie. Anyone knows who is B.J. Habibie? Ya, beliau adalah salah satu mantan Presiden Republik Indonesia. Jadi kita akan belajar mengenai biografi Bapak B.J. Habibie, okay? Let's read the text of biography of B.J. Habibie. So, Baharudin Yusuf Habibie, known as B.J. Habibie, was born on 25 June 1936. He was the third President of the Republic of Indonesia 1998 until 1999. Habibie was born in Parepare, South Sulawesi Province to Alwi Abdul Jalil Habibie and R.A. Tutimarini Puspowardojo. His father was an agriculturist from Gorontalo of Bugis descent, and his mother was a Javanese noblewoman from Yogyakarta. His parents met while studying in Bogor when he was 14 years old. Habibie's father died. Following his father's death, Habibie continued his studies in Jakarta and then in 1955 moved to Germany. In 1960, Habibie received a degree in engineering in Germany, giving him the title Diplom Engineer. He remained in Germany as a research assistant under Hans Ebner at the Landstert Institute for Lehbau, or WTH, to conduct research for his doctoral degree. In 1962, Habibie returned to Indonesia for 3 months on sick leave. During this time, he was reacquainted with Hasri Ainun, the daughter of Air Muhammad Basari. The two married on 12 May 1962, returning to Germany shortly afterwards. Habibie and his wife settled in Aachen for a short period before moving to Aberforth in May 1963. They had their first son, Ilham Akbar Habibie, and their another son, Tariq Kamil Habibie. When Habibie's minimum wage salary forced him into part-time work, he found employment with the automotive marque Talbot, where he became an advisor. Habibie worked on 2 projects which received funding from Dutch Bundesbank. Due to his work with Makosh, the head of Trend Constructions, offered his position to Habibie upon his retirement 3 years later, but Habibie refused. Habibie did accept a position with Messerschmitt Bulko Blom in Hamburg. There, he developed theories on thermodynamics, construction, and acrodynamics known as the Habibie factor, Habibie theorem, and Habibie method, respectively. He worked for Messerschmitt on the development of the Airbus A300B aircraft. In 1974, he was promoted to vice president of the company. In 1974, Suharto requested Habibie to return to Indonesia as part of Suharto's drive to develop the country. Habibie initially served as a special assistant to Ibnu Sutowo, the CEO of the state-owned company Pertamina. 2 years later, in 1976, Habibie was made Chief Executive Officer, or CEO, of the new state-owned enterprise Nusantara Aircraft Industry (IPTN). In 1978, he was appointed as Minister of Research and Technology. Habibie was elected Vice President in March 1998. On 21 May 1998, Suharto publicly announced his resignation and Habibie was immediately sworn in as president. Habibie's government stabilized the economy in the face of the Asian financial crisis and the chaos of the last few months of Suharto's presidency. Since relinquishing the presidency, Habibie has spent more time in Germany than in Indonesia. However, he has also been active as a presidential advisor during Susilo Bambang Yudhoyono's presidency. In September 2006, he released a book called Detik-Detik Yang Detik, Indonesia's Long Road to Democracy, Decisive Moments, Indonesia's Long Road Towards Democracy. The book recalled the events of May 1998. Jadi teks ini menjelaskan tentang perjalanan hidup seorang B.J. Habibie, bagaimana kedua orang tuanya dan juga bagaimana pendidikannya, lalu pekerjaannya. Exercise 1. Tugas kalian sekarang membuat biografi pendek tentang B.J. Habibie. Tapi tinggal diisi-isi aja nih kolom-kolomnya berdasarkan teks yang sudah tadi kita baca. Pertama ada name, namanya B.J. Habibie, lalu ada place of birth, tempat lahir, date of birth, tanggal lahir, parents and origins, itu orang tuanya siapa, lalu asalnya dari mana, and then education, itu pendidikannya B.J. Habibie itu apa aja, dari pertama sampai akhir dijelaskan kalau ada di teks. Terus ada marriage date, itu tanggal pernikahan, name of wife, istrinya siapa namanya, name of sons, anak-anaknya siapa namanya, lalu ada work experience, pengalaman bekerja, itu ada banyak kan, B.J. Habibie bekerjanya pindah-pindah, jadi diisi sesuai dengan teks, boleh sampai 5 atau berapa sesuai dengan di teks. Terus ada tahunnya juga diisi, tahun berapa sampai tahun berapa. Lalu tugas kedua, exercise 2, match the words with the meaning in Indonesian. Jadi cocokin, itu ada bahasa Inggris sama bahasa Indonesia. Ada 2 slide, dicocokin artinya. Misalnya desain, artinya apa? Itu bisa jadi ada di slide ini, bisa jadi di slide setelah ini ya. Artinya, jadi kalian lihat di kamus kalian. Ada desain, sick leave, reacquainted, settle in, mark. Lalu ada respectively, retirement, resignation, sworn in, relinquishing, and release. Jadi dicocokin, bisa ada di slide ini atau di slide sebelumnya artinya. Lalu kita belajar tentang grammar review. Jadi ada 2 jenis verb, yaitu regular verb dan irregular verb. So what are they? A regular verb is any verb whose conjugation follows the typical pattern or one of the typical patterns of the language to which it belongs. Jadi regular verb itu adalah kata kerja beraturan. Dia nggak berubah, cuma ditambahkan ed atau D gitu. Contohnya for example work, work, worked. Jadi verb satunya work, verb 2-nya worked, tambahin ed, verb 3-nya worked. Jadi sama aja penulisannya, tidak banyak berubah. Lalu yang kedua ada irregular verb, is any verb whose conjugation follows a different pattern. Jadi irregular verb itu kata kerja yang berubah. Contohnya become, became, become. Verb satunya become, verb 2-nya became, verb 3-nya become. Jadi perubahannya terlihat jelas, nggak cuma ditambahin ed aja. Makanya kita sebut dengan irregular verb atau kata kerja yang tidak beraturan. Exercise 4. Make 10 simple past sentences from the following irregular verbs. Jadi buatlah 10 kalimat dari kata-kata verb dari verb yang ada di bawah ini. Jadi itu ada 30 kan. Kalian bebas pilih yang mana aja. Buat kalimat dari verb yang past tense-nya ya. Terus nggak boleh ada yang sama. Kalau ada yang sama, ibu kosongkan nanti nilainya. Contohnya presentnya see, pastnya saw. Jadi kita ambil yang saw-nya ya. I saw him yesterday. Aku melihatnya kemarin. Kalian bebas pilih yang mana, ada nomor 1 sampai 30. Ada arise, arose, begin, began, memulai, break, broke, mematahkan, build, built, membangun, catch, cough, menangkap, choose, chose, memilih, drive, drove, mengendarai, fall, fell, terjatuh, eat, ate, makan, give, gave, memberi, have, had, memiliki, hear, heard, mendengar, know, knew, mengetahui, live, left, meninggalkan, see, saw, sudah tadi melihat, sleep, slept, tidur, teach tough mengajari, take took mengambil, write wrote menulis, say said mengatakan, shake shook menggoncangkan, sit sat duduk, tell told memberitahu, win won memenangkan, pay paid membayar, read read membaca, mean meant bermaksud, put put menaruh, become became menjadi, buy bought membeli. Jadi yang kalian buat kalimat itu kata kerja yang past tense ya. Yang kedua itu ada arose, began, broke, built, itu yang kalian buat menjadi kalimat. Ingat, gak boleh ada yang sama. Exercise 5, tugas yang terakhir ada praktek menulis, writing. Jadi write a short biographical recount about your idol. Tulislah biografi, teks recount biografi yang pendek aja tentang idol kalian atau idola kalian, terserah siapa saja boleh. Ibu atau ayah kalian, atau artis, atau pemain bola, penyanyi, apa aja terserah aja, pendek aja ya. Contohnya tadi yang seperti teks recount-nya B.J. Habibie, boleh lebih pendek dari itu asalkan memuat tentang parents, orang tuanya, born, lahirnya dia di mana, son, anak atau wife, istrinya juga, education, pendidikannya, early work, pekerjaannya. So that's all for today. Thank you. If you have any question, you can freely ask me on WhatsApp. Okay. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.